And then I give you permission to start the show.
Well, then I'll say hello, everyone. Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 121.
I mean, wow.
I am Mike T, and of course, across from me is Curb Stomp. You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers. Literally everywhere.
You sure can.
You sure can. You are listening to the Stream Void Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
It's March the 26th. We're almost in April.
Oh my God, it's almost April.
2023.
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord. We still run off the year of our Lord map, our calendar.
We do, actually.
It'd be super weird to change it. We've been doing it for 2,000 years.
Yeah, but what were they doing before then?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. How did they know it was
chalk lines on a wall?
How did they know it was BC before Christ was born? Like, how did they know that?
They probably went we probably went like 500 years and then went, oh, okay, let's start the calendar now. But now it's year 500.
But they didn't start it when Jesus was born.
No.
They went retroactively and like, yeah, Jesus was born like 1,000 years ago. So that'll be the start of the world.
Maybe they started it right when Jesus was born.
You think so?
I don't
think so. Is it the Gregorian calendar?
The 3 wise men were they're part of the calendar making process.
No, I think it was done by the Gregorian monks. Isn't it the Gregorian calendar? Anyways,
I don't know.
I think it is.
Gregorian.
I think so.
Yeah. Solar dating system used by most of the world. It is named for Pope Gregory the 13th.
Okay, so he was a couple years after Jesus was born. I don't think the Pope was a thing before the old JC came dropping out of his mom's cooter.
1582.
5082?
1582.
1582 AD?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's a reform of the Julian calendar.
Oh, my
which
boy
was guess who that was named after?
Julius Caesar?
Julius Caesar.
I've heard of him. I like his salads.
He does make a skookum salad.
Exactly.
By the year 40 BCE, the Roman civic calendar was 3 months ahead of the solar calendar.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Roman calendar.
So the Roman calendar
was
adopted, and then I guess old Gregorian.
He was like, you know what? You know what the most important thing in the world that ever happened was?
Jesus.
Let's start the new calendar.
Yeah, it looks like that's when it started.
Do you think the world was better or worse after that?
I don't know.
It's a mixed bag, I think.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Well, that was a tangent. How was your work week?
It was fine. In the year of our Lord 2023.
Yeah.
It was fine. I did the usual, but so it was on Thursday. I get to work. I'm looking at my emails, a bunch of emails, and I get to this one from my nemesis. And
Nemesis.
So, like, I don't think it's intentional when she does stuff like this. I think she just doesn't think about what she's doing.
Oh, yeah?
So anyways, okay. So the way we have it at work is we have our warehouse, obviously. I work there. And we have our stock there. And then we have our system that automatically orders from the warehouse when our stock in store gets low, right? So she's writing this email about how she found 3 items that had the wrong code on them. And what the code is, it tells you where we're ordering it from. So if it's set as a code 3, it orders it from our warehouse. But if it's a code 5, that orders it from the vendor, right?
Yeah.
So there was these 3 items that were set to order from the vendor, not the warehouse. But these items are at the warehouse, so they should come from the warehouse because we don't want to buy new ones because we have them already.
Yeah.
And I'm reading this email and it's, she sent it to me and she CC'd the owner in it. And it's like the way she's wrote it is like, well, this kind of thing can't be missed. And, we can't be covering your back and finding this stuff like this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what the fuck is she talking about?
She's trying to brown nose hard.
Covering my back. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I look at the items. There's 3 items. 2 of them are backpacks that we carry from a company.
Yep.
There's 1 of each at the warehouse.
Yeah.
So instantly I'm like, okay, they weren't on the inventory, correct. When inventory was done, they found 2 backpacks.
Yeah.
Because there's no way there's 2 individual backpacks at the warehouse that were missed, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one is like 20 cast iron pans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, let me look into this. So I investigate, and these items had all been ordered from the vendor for like over a year.
Yeah.
like they've been coming from the vendor for over a year. So they've been screwed up for like over a year, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't start working in the office doing anything with like changing codes till this year.
Yeah.
So instantly, I didn't do it because it happened like a year ago, right? And then I look, and the one has been ordered. It was ordered like 20 times this last year and the year before. It's been ordered a bunch of times. So immediately I think like these were missed in inventory. So when someone went through, they were like, okay, let's change this to be ordered from the vendor because we want to get them.
Yep.
And then when inventory was done, they found them, added them in, and then they never got changed order from the warehouse. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, fuck, this is so stupid. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to say something. Because normally I just fucking be like, fuck this bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
So this time I was like, I asked her about it, and I'm like, okay, you know, we did it. I'm like, okay, and I said, I'm not a fan of the way you wrote this email about how this is my fault and you have to watch my back for this, and you can't be watching my back.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, well, you do the ordering, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I know I do the ordering, and it's perfectly fine. I'll fix it, whatever. We'll get it sorted out. But you can't say that it's my fault. This was on me that I did it. And she's like, well, you do the ordering and blah, blah. And I'm like, I know, I get it. But like, this was before I started doing this other stuff that we're working on. Like when I can change the stuff. Before I would never change it. I would just take it to them and they would change it.
Yeah.
And I kept saying like, I'll fix it. Like she kept saying something like, well, who's going to take care of it if you don't do it? And I'm like, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, why was it pointed at me when it could have been anyone in here that did it? It's not necessarily me. And she's like, well, if you don't find it, who's going to find it? I'm like, well, you found it. So obviously it got found. And I'm like, I don't care about fixing it or whatever. I just don't like the fact that you wrote, and like, honestly, the owner probably didn't even look at the fucking email, so it doesn't matter. And he wouldn't care either. But I'm like, I don't like the fact that you wrote this email blaming me that you have to watch my back to find this stuff. And she's like, well, he wants to be in on this stuff in the office and blah, blah. I'm like, that's fine. But like, it wasn't necessarily me. It could have been like, you know, we found this and, you know, we have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
It's just semantics, right? Like whatever. And she's like, well, you know, you have to, you know, you're going to be changing it or whatever. I'm like, I'll fucking change it. That's not the problem. And like for whatever, she's telling me all this other bullshit. Then finally after like literally she started bitching at me about other stuff for like an hour. And then finally she figured out what I was trying to say. And she's like, oh, I'll write an email and say that like I didn't mean to write it that way. I'm like, no, you don't have to write an email saying that you did it wrong. I'm just like, just think about it going forward. Like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And part of the thing too was like, she's saying like, well, he wants to be in on this stuff when it happens. I'm like, well, do you remember like, you know, 2 weeks ago when I found like 20 items that weren't entered into the system correctly and they didn't have like when they order from the warehouse, everything has a location. Every shelf has a number.
Yeah.
If you don't put it in a number, it doesn't get ordered.
Yeah.
So I found like all these items that had no location that they didn't do properly. And I'm like, do you remember when I found that and I just took it to you and you fixed it? I'm like, next time, should I write an email and say like, they didn't do this? This is all screwed up. It's not getting ordered. I'm like, what does that solve? And she's like, oh, yeah, I guess nothing. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't solve anything. Like, why couldn't you just say, hey, this was missed. Can we fix it? So finally, after an hour of her bitching at me about other stuff, she kind of got what I was going for. But I'm like, I don't know how many times I had to say her, like, I'll fix it. I don't care about the fixing part. That's not what this is about.
It's not the issue. The issue is you calling me out for
so
things
stupid.
that aren't my fault.
Well, maybe it was, but like we can't say for certain it was.
Yeah.
And even if it was my fault, let's say I changed it to order from the vendor. Obviously, there was no stock listed at the warehouse because there's only 2 fucking backpacks. So,
yeah.
it's just like so fucking ridiculous.
That is pretty ridiculous.
And then, you know, later in the day, she's like, oh, you know, we're going to do an in-office luncheon one day. And, you know, we'd like for you to be here to be part of it. And we want to make sure you're here a day. And I'm like, well, she's like, what day are you for sure in the office? I'm like, Thursday and Friday. Oh, well, that doesn't really work for them. Like, maybe you'll come in on another day. And I'm just thinking like, why don't they come in on another day? So they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I guess I could, instead of working Thursday in the office, I can come in on a Wednesday or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, she's like, it's a nice perk or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I guess so. I'm like, if I don't get to come to the little luncheon, I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I miss it. And she was like, oh, they really want you to come. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Okay, whatever. So who knows what the fuck this is going to be all about, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
rich.
it's just crazy working with like, I don't want to say like, no, it'll sound bad if I say I'm working with 3 women, but it's just like working with these 3 women. This
particular
combo of
3
women is just like, wowie.
Yeah.
The other 2 are fine. It's just that they're related. So it's like, holy fuck, dealing with their 2 sisters in the office. And then my nemesis over there.
Yep.
It's just the combination is like, whoa, baby. So I've worked with lots of women in the past.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. And I don't really have a problem with any of them except my nemesis, just because she just is like,
She does things weird.
well, she doesn't know what she's doing, and just like, you're in charge of, just like I said, you're in charge of the computers, but you don't know anything about fucking computers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I told this one, but her computer's acting stupid, slow and everything, and we have a new computer guy, and he's like, oh, I could put in a new hard drive in there, Sounds like you've got it like a, disk one. We should get a solid state in there. It works faster. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of solid state drives. I'll go get one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like all externals.
backup ones.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not what he wants. And I'll go get them. And yeah, he's no, those aren't. Those are not what I want.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was work for me. Anyways,
Yeah. Nice.
What about you?
Yeah. Work was a little bit more interesting this week. We
Okay.
spent 3 days out at in Lytton Lillooet area.
Oh yeah.
There is a section where we have to cross the river.
Oh really?
Yeah.
In a canoe or what?
No, with like cables. Like it's a 1.8 kilometer crossing.
Like in like a, like you're doing.
No,
like
we have to get the cable across somehow.
Oh, I thought you meant you were crossing, like
No.
physically.
No, we have to get the
Oh.
cable across. So
Hook it
we
to a
spent-
drone.
We spent a couple days doing that.
How did you get it across?
We haven't yet.
Oh, how are you going to get it across?
With a fishing line. So we had a fishing line across, bring rope back across, and then bring the cable across.
So you're gonna cast?
That was one of the plans, but it's like 150 meters.
Dude,
to
no
one
way.
side of
No
the- one
fucking
side of
way,
the river to
dude.
the other.
No way, dude. Tie the fishing line to a golf ball.
Golf ball, yeah.
Drive it across, dude.
I can't really talk about the ways we tried because they were
they're-
illegal.
Oh, wow. Fun.
So I'm not going to incriminate us in that.
Nice. Illegal. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, we tried a couple days. It was really nice. To get down, so we had to bring rope down from either side,
Mm-hmm.
but it was super steep on one side and then super steep scree rock slope,
Oh, yeah.
brambles for days on the other
Nice.
side. That's the side I was on.
Okay.
So I lost going through the brambles and underbrush. I lost my walkie-talkie. No idea where it is.
Wow.
It's in there somewhere. It's in the bush somewhere. Yeah, we have to, and you have to like bring the rope straight down.
Yeah.
So like you can't just weave it around trees and stuff.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
bring it
yeah,
straight
yeah,
down
yeah.
in the easiest way possible.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So it was like, I think it was like a K down the hill.
Wow.
And then got to the bottom. There's a road down there.
Oh.
So we were like, oh, well, let's just take this road out. I saw on the maps that you could take it out to a farm.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was 6 kilometers out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was good. I think it was 8K round trip in total from all the walking we did down there.
Oh, my God.
It was
Got your
pretty
steps
good.
in.
I definitely got my
Did
steps
you consider tying the fishing line to your drone?
in. We considered it,
Okay.
but that would be illegal.
Oh.
As soon as I put anything on my drone, I'm not allowed to fly it.
Really? Anything?
Anything.
A ribbon?
Because it's 249 grams. As soon as it goes up to 250 grams, I need a license to fly it.
And
And it needs to be registered with Transport Canada, so I actually can't do that.
Okay.
We have looked into hiring a drone pilot
Oh, yeah.
to do it, but because the distance is so far, and he would need to apply for a line of sight permit,
Oh, wow.
because in order to fly a drone in Canada, you have to be able to see it with your own 2 eyeballs,
Oh,
not
wow.
just with a camera.
Oh, wow.
So he would have to apply for an extended line of sight permit, and then have a qualified drone pilot on the other side as well.
Oh, wow. Just talking to him a little to the left,
Yeah.
a little to the right.
Got to find a good landing spot on one side, good landing spot on the other side, because those heavy drones, those will mess you up.
Crazy.
You can't just land those anywhere.
Have you tried to charter a helicopter?
Yes, that's $2,000 an hour.
All right.
So the prints call for helicopter crossing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're trying to do it on the cheap. So a helicopter is $2,000 an hour.
Helicopter crossing, eh?
Yeah.
Dude, that's your time to get in a fucking helicopter flight, dude. Come on.
And we have 2 of them to do.
Oh, baby. Fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice.
We tried to play some co-op Risk of Rain 2 in the hotel.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
So, work buddy Matzner in the stream there.
Yeah, yeah.
The hotel room that he got was just like an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Separate kitchen, separate bedroom, separate living room, separate
Crazy.
dining room. I was like, holy man, this is literally
You got
just
a
an
suite?
apartment. So we're trying to play Risk of Rain 2 and like the Wi-Fi hub is like right outside his room.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just kept dropping.
Oh,
It
crazy.
was pretty fun while it lasted. I was playing on my Steam Deck. He was playing. It was like old school LAN party style.
Oh,
He
nice.
was playing on his laptop, same room. It was pretty good, but yeah, it just kept dropping because the internet's so bad.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was essentially work.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
That's good.
Yesterday,
Mhm.
went to Rabbit Island.
Really?
Yeah,
Could you walk to
you
it?
could just walk to it. The river is so low right now
Yep.
that you can literally just walk to Rabbit Island
Crazy.
and not get your feet wet at all.
So this is like in the river coming out of our town
Yep, in the Thompson River.
towards between the mergings of the Thompsons towards the Kamloops Lake.
Yeah.
There's an island that's
Called Rabbit Island.
not usually accessible.
Yeah, no idea why it's called Rabbit Island, because sometimes it's just fully underwater and everything would just die on it.
gotta give it a name.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I've never been there. I've been here for all my life, and I've never gotten to just walk over there.
I've never been there either.
It's it's just an island.
Wow, look at this island. It's
Yeah.
got vegetation just like in my backyard.
Yeah, except there's a lot of reeds and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
It's most of the time underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We got to walk over there and just walk around.
Yep.
I'll be publishing a video about that.
Oh,
soonish.
fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mikey someplace.
Mikey someplace. Yeah,
Yeah.
not Mikey T someplace.
Yep.
Just Mikey someplace.
Mikey someplace.
I'll try and get that video out today. I don't know. If
Nice.
I will though. Have another video coming out, the rack
Oh.
build, but I need to get
The
some
what
more
build?
footage. Rack, Jeep rack.
Oh, rack build.
We
Okay.
shot so much footage for that, like so much. I think there's like 6 hours of footage.
Holy shit, dude.
that
How
I
do you
don't
even
went
wade
through.
through that?
No, it was tough.
I bet.
It was real tough.
I bet.
I was like, all right, well, all this is boring, so
Yeah.
because it's just me assembling a rack on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Though the conversation that we have going to Canadian Tire and coming back from Canadian Tire is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So I might separate that out and make just a full video on that.
Nice.
Because it's pretty interesting.
And who was that with?
Matzner.
Matzner. Very
Matzner
good.
has volunteered to
Ooh.
do some camera work for me.
Oh, what a guy.
Yeah.
Legend.
So that's pretty good. I
Yep.
mean, he shot the video for our Patreon stream with us.
Yeah, he sure did.
Learned a lot of stuff about that.
Yes. I had some ideas about that too.
Yeah.
Like record it separately, but don't, or maybe just keep that separate camera view as like a separate thing you see on the screen and only
Mhm.
use that for editing the video.
Yeah.
Because I know people in the stream were complaining about like the camera's moving too much. I can't see what's going on.
Well, he needs it needed to be my camera. His camera needed to be the
Yeah.
stationary camera, and he had to use my camera to move around because my camera's got image stabilization,
Yeah.
whereas his didn't. So
Well,
it was super shaky and stuff like that.
His will also turn off after 30 minutes because it's not a video camera too.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Yeah, we definitely learned a lot about that. That's for sure.
Yep.
Streamed last night.
Yeah, I know.
I got
That's
home.
crazy.
It was my dad's birthday, so we went out to Nara
Happy
for all
birthday.
you can eat sushi.
That's so stereotypical, dude.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Japanese, so all you can eat sushi. And like I don't know, probably in January, maybe even in December, we were playing cards at his house because he loves playing cards. So he
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, well, we'll play out some cards."
Yeah.
But they just play standard card
Like
game
gin
cards.
rummy and shit?
Yeah, like stuff like that. And so we played this one game called Sevens, and I was like, this reminds me of a game that I like,
Oh yeah.
which is called Take 5.
Oh yeah.
Which is played with a custom 104 card deck,
Mm-hmm.
and and everything's numbered 1 to 104, so there's no duplicate cards. And so I bought that back then, and it took months to arrive because you can't get it in English anymore. It's out of print. So I got it in Dutch. I found 2 copies in Dutch on Amazon.
Oh my god.
So I bought those. They finally arrived, so I gave that to him for his birthday.
Oh yeah.
And so we played last night as well, and
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty fun.
Was he like, I don't speak Dutch?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But then you were like, you came home,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Came home and I was like, oh, I'll stream a bit.
oh wow.
So I debated on what to play, and it was Luck Be a Landlord.
Yeah, where the fuck did you find this game?
I had been watching people on YouTube play it, and it's
Okay.
essentially a slot machine roguelike.
Yeah.
You have X amount of spins on the slot machine to pay your landlord your rent, and every time you pay him, it goes up. So you have
Inflation.
First turn, first turn you have 5 symbols in your slot machine, and there's like a cherry, flower, cat, pearl, and a coin. And so each one of those gives you one coin. And so after every spin, you get to add a new symbol to your slot machine.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just start making combos. But there's so many symbols you can add.
Yeah.
You can add thieves, which gain money. They take money away from you, but they gain money to their total value. And if you have like a bounty hunter and it lands next to the thief, it'll destroy the thief, and then it'll give you all the money that thief's collected over the time. You can have like ore that just that comes up, and if you have a miner, you can mine that ore and you can get gems out of it. It's pretty complex, but also extremely simple.
I was streaming while you were streaming.
Yeah, you were playing ESO.
I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, but I had your stream up on my other screen so I could see the game,
Yeah.
but not know what was going on.
That must have been
So,
very confusing.
I'm like, it's called Luck Be a Landlord, and I'm like, but you're gambling? And then I'm like, is that the rabbit from Terraria on the screen?
Oh my god, that's what one of the guys in chat said as well. Is that the Terraria rabbit?
Yeah, it was it
Terraria
not?
rabbit.
It looked like the Terraria rabbit big time. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on really. And I was like, I can't I'd see you be selecting stuff and I could see there was like writing underneath and it was saying like what they did and stuff, but I'm like, I can't read it to see what was going on.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting to see anyways.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I really enjoyed the time that I did. So every time you pay your rent 12 times, and that gets up to like $777 at the last rent payment.
Yeah.
You defeat the landlord on that floor, and then you can go to the second floor.
Oh,
which is
you
a little
moving on
harder.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So we defeated the boss, the landlord on the first floor. We defeated the landlord on the second floor, and we're on the third floor now.
Oh, wow. So that whole stream was one game?
No, I lost multiple times.
Oh, okay.
There was one time trying to do floor 3 where I didn't even make rent the first time.
Oh, okay.
Somehow. Or maybe it was the second time. I don't know. I lost really quickly.
So it's kind of like Slay the Spire, where it's like if you get what you need, you're good, but if you don't, you're boned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a roguelike.
Yeah.
Roguelike rent paying slot machine.
Is there any carryover between different games? Like, do you unlock
yeah, you can unlock more symbols and more items
for the next time you play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like there's just so many. So trying to get like a proper build going on is very difficult. It's
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's extremely luck based whether you're going to get those symbols or not. And it's a slot machine.
These games, man, you love them too much.
I do love them because they're short, it's simple.
Like,
you can just pick up and play one game.
what was
and
the
be done in a
backpack
couple
game you
minutes.
were playing?
Oh yeah, Backpack Hero.
Yeah,
I should play that on stream sometime too.
Yeah.
That game is super fun.
You did play it on stream.
Did I?
Well, yeah, because I saw you doing it. So I must have seen
I
you
must have
stream.
played it on stream.
Oh, maybe it was on Discord stream.
Oh yes,
It was
probably
Discord
on Discord stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's still in early access, Backpack Hero, but Yeah, they keep adding characters and different ways
Yeah, yeah.
to do everything. It's super fun. I had a lot
You
of fun.
I don't remember what your build was, but you were decimating everything. When
Oh
I
yeah,
watched
my
you.
build was that was probably the cleaver build.
Maybe. No, it was like a weird one. You'd never played him before, and it was like, I don't remember what it was, but you were like unbeatable. Anyways, it reminded me of when I ruined Slay the Spire for myself, where I played it on like every. How did it work? You got like a relic all the time or something like that, and by the end, like I played through the tower like 10 times, and I literally couldn't die if I tried. It was impossible. So
yeah, when you do those custom games or one of the challenge modes where it's like it's just so easy.
well, it wasn't easy at first, but then I started getting the combos, and it was like I had the relic I had one card. If you killed someone with it, it doubled or it added 5 or something to its attack and whatever.
Yeah.
And I just would save it till I had it as a last attack, and it just was like one-shotting bosses and stuff like that. It was so crazy.
Oh, it was probably the vampire knife, where when you kill some creature with it, it gains power.
Something like that. But I also had duplicated it too, because I got a relic that let you duplicate a card, so I duplicated it. And like it got to be the part where I had like fatigue going on, so I would have it added like 30 cards of just random bullcrap.
Yeah.
But I had it so like I could one card always ended up in my hand at the start of the match, and it let you discard like innate. Yeah. And it was just like, oh my god. I couldn't lose. It was impossible. I literally had to try to lose. So that's cool. Sounds interesting.
I like Slay the Spire, but it's one of those roguelikes where I'll play through it one session and then I'll like try to restart. And I'll be like, now I got 10 cards in my deck. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Some other like games like Dead Cells, I can just keep playing that over and over again. Just because it's so action based and it doesn't really matter. If you die with a good build, you're still gonna have like an okay build at the start.
Right.
Whereas with Slay the Spire,
you're a total pleb.
And then I'm like, I guess not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Slay the Spire and Monster Train both do that for me.
Yeah.
Luck Be a Landlord kind of did that a little bit. After like the last session, I was like 5 symbols again. And I'm like, nah. I think I'm done. I've been streaming for 4.5 hours.
Yeah. Done enough gambling on stream.
Vampire Survivors doesn't do that. Vampire Survivors, I'm always like raring to go again. And same with Brotato.
Yeah, I didn't like Brotato, but
you didn't like Brotato?
Well, I watched you play it, and I just was like, you guys stop moving to shoot. Not interested. I like it when I'm moving and gunning.
Yeah, just pure roguelikes like that. Some of them I can do the reset easy, and some of them I'm just like meh.
It's too bad you don't have a Switch. That would have been a good next one for the game club. Would be like Metroid Prime.
Oh yeah.
Oh
well.
Yeah. Play anything else?
I mean, just game club.
Okay. I only played Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes, you played a lot of Elder Scrolls Online.
I did. I streamed a lot of it on YouTube. My hours are just going up like crazy. It's good. I'll have those 4,000 hours pretty soon.
Nice.
Yeah. But I've been just playing through the story, and I'm enjoying the story. That's kind of the main reason I play ESO. I don't really play it as an MMO. The only time I MMO it up is it's like, oh, I got to do this dungeon. All right, I'll go in Dungeon Finder. Everything else is solo though. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's about the story for me. It's the event. It's the journey, not the destination. Though my destination was to get to this one zone called Craglorn, and I'm there now. So
Craglorn.
Yeah, it's the first like DLC in air quotes.
Oh yeah.
It came out like a month after the game came out, and it was like designed for like max level players in the old system. So it's like a little tougher than the everything else in the game, but not that much tougher. I'm still soloing like group areas and stuff like that, but they just are like really spongy. So I have to like, rather than killing guys in like 4 seconds, it's taking me like 10 to 15 seconds. So that kind of sucks, but I've never done this area, so I'd like to know what the story is and everything.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, they've added like a ton of different zones to the game since it launched, so...
Yeah.
Once I'm through that, I'll just continue. I'm doing it in like release order of all the zones and stuff. So I have like in my quest log, there's like 15 quests of all like the starter quests for every DLC. Because if you go into a city, everyone runs up to you like, "Hey, hero, I've got a quest for you." So I just got sick of them all yelling at me, so I just accepted them all and just ignored them in my because otherwise I'd be fucking just continually having them yell at me.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
And
good.
the hours are just piling up.
Piling up. Let's go.
I mean, in this last 28 days, I think it says 600 viewed hours or something
Oh,
like that.
nice.
So pretty good.
Nice.
So keep this up. It'll be a month or two and I'll be all done
Get monetized on YouTube.
and make my 2 cents.
Hello.
Can't wait.
That'll be amazing.
Finally.
It'd just be amazing making any money off YouTube.
Yeah.
In my
Exactly.
opinion, anyway.
I mean, once you do get to that level, like monetization in YouTube doesn't just unlock monetization for like advertising. It also unlocks like memberships on the channel, which are
Yeah.
like subs on Twitch.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
YouTube's different where you can like set how much you want to charge per level.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting that really to be a thing, but
Yeah.
it's just, it's just cool. It's just cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. I'm into it.
Yep. I don't think I played anything else really.
I didn't see you play anything else. It's always just ESO.
Yeah, basically.
I'm like, Curb's not on Twitch right now. And then I see you playing Elder Scrolls Online on Discord. Like, oh, okay, well, we'll go over there.
Yeah,
we'll go over to YouTube.
yeah. I just been trying to get the hours up. So,
Yeah, for sure.